Hey guys, it's me, KFARR, in disguise. Just kidding, my eyes are killing me from yesterday's videos, no contacts today, and staring at a white screen while editing is absolutely shredding my eyes. So we're going to wear sunglasses for this video. This is going to take us to Allegheny County in the 57th District Court in Michigan. I'm assuming I'm absolutely butchering the name of that county, but that's kind of my thing, so we're just going to roll with it. This is going to be a serial sovereign citizen. I found this on the page called Lone Wolf. You guys are probably very familiar with them. I've used a few of their videos before. If you aren't subscribed, go over there, tell them I said what's up, and hit the subscribe button, like, and notification, all that jazz. But like I said, this is going to be a serial sovereign citizen. He's a professional driver. Keep that in mind. Enjoy the video.
Deputy Earl, this appears to be Mr. Heidemann, not Mr. Forrest. Your 1010 didn't show up.
Okay.
I mean, he's still got some time, but
right.
This is your
Okay.
All right, Hunter, what's your last name?
Heidemann.
All right, I do need you to take your hat off, though. We are in court.
Yes, sir. Sorry about that.
That's all right. All right, gentlemen, this is a citation that was issued on April 25th of this year on I-196 there in Ganges Township. It's a citation, 2 citations, careless driving and no proof of insurance. I no longer have no proof of insurance, so you must have taken care of that. We're only here on the moving violation. On this moving violation, Mr. Heidemann, you need to do one of 3 things. First is you could admit responsibility to the citation, or 2, admit responsibility, but you'd like to provide some sort of explanation as to how or why that happened. Or 3, you wish to contest the citation, in other words, fight the ticket at what we call informal hearing. What were you looking to do?
I'm looking to fight the ticket.
Okay, so he wants to fight this moving violation, which ultimately is speeding, and we'll talk about that in a second. He wants to fight that, but he already paid the insurance or showed that he had insurance to clear that ticket. So it's like, if you're going to do that, you know you messed up. Because sovereign citizens already don't think they need insurance, so which is it? Also, the speeding, it's indefensible how fast he was going.
All right. Then the first thing I'm going to do is swear you both in.
Informal hearing.
You raise your right hand. Mr. Heidemann, raise your right hand. Swear or affirm any testimony you give here today would be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
All right. Mr. Heidemann, it makes a lot more sense for me to start with the deputy. He has the burden to establish to me why you were issued a citation in the first place. But after that, you'll have an opportunity to either ask questions or testify in your own behalf. All right?
If that's how it works, okay.
Deputy, you want to pick up the narrative somewhere where it makes sense? Explain the issuing of this citation.
Yes, sir. So on April 25th, 2024, I was patrolling the area of Ganges Township and Casco Township. I was notified by another deputy on 1916 hours that he was unable to flip around on a vehicle that was speeding on the highway. The deputy advised me that the vehicle was traveling northbound from mile marker 22 at a high rate of speed. At this time, I then was able to position my vehicle on northbound 130, or check that, I'm sorry, on I-196 near the 3-1 mile marker and observed the vehicle identified as a 2014 Chevy pickup truck, silver in color, traveling in the left-hand lane. I then activated my moving front radar and observed reading of 98 miles per hour steady in the left-hand lane on the 2014 silver Chevy pickup truck. The vehicle was cutting in between other vehicles as it was attempting to pass them, passing vehicles on the right as well as cutting into the left lane, tailgating other vehicles, trying to get around them. I continued to follow the vehicle as it continued to travel at 98 miles per hour and it posted in 70 mile per hour zone near the mile marker of the 31 in Ganges Township. I then was able to conduct a traffic stop in a marked patrol vehicle with overhead lights activated on the 2014 Chevy pickup truck. The vehicle did yield to my emergency lights on northbound I-196 and made contact with the driver. The driver advised that he was traveling back to his residence in Grant. He advised that he did not have any insurance during the time of the stop, and I also indicated the reason for the stop. The driver stated that he was just trying to get back home. I provided him with citation number SD 28066 for the careless driving, as well as the no proof of insurance.
So it really takes a sovereign citizen to be like, oh yeah, 28 over, bobbing, weaving, tailgating people, reckless driving, intentionally putting other people in harm's way because he wanted to go home. It takes a sovereign citizen to be like, oh, that seems reasonable to me. He was just traveling. Yeah, this guy's going to try to defend it. Again, remember, he's a professional driver. He is not a professional race car driver, so slow the fuck down.
All right, Mr. Heidemann, what is it you'd like to tell me?
So all I am wondering is, he says I was traveling at 98 miles an hour, except at the scene of the whole, when it all came to fruition, I asked him how fast I was traveling, because I wasn't really aware. Yes, I passed a couple cars that were traveling in the left lane. I did pass him on the right. I'll admit to that. But he couldn't give me a speed on how fast I was traveling and speeding, but I'm telling you, I wasn't going 98 miles an hour. So that's why I wanted to fight this ticket. My truck doesn't go 98 miles an hour. I could bring it to you guys and you can test it, whatever. My truck don't go 98 miles an hour.
All right.
So
well,
that's all why I wanted to fight this thing down.
We'll go back
couldn't
to
give
the
me a
deputy
speed
and
on
have
how
him,
fast I was going.
So this sovereign citizen legal genius, his whole defense is based around, my truck doesn't go that fast. I was speeding, but not that fast. Trust me, bro. Yeah, that's not how court works whatsoever. Deputy Earl here doesn't have to tell him how fast he was going. He say, you were speeding, here's a ticket, you were doing 28 over. See you in court, maybe. Maybe, because he already took care of the insurance ticket, so why not just take care of both? But it is what it is. We've all seen enough, sovereign citizen, Moore, Karen, traffic stops. The radar gun will give you a readout. You can get a printout. If the radar gun is located in your vehicle, it's probably connected to the rest of the electronic equipment you have, and you can get a readout and a printout of that as well. So for him saying, oh, he didn't show me, therefore me not guilty, that doesn't fly.
Have him articulate how he acquired that number. Deputy Earl, you want to put a little more meat on the bone about how you came up with that number?
Yep. So originally I witnessed the vehicle. Again, it was that 2014 Chevy pickup truck. It was actually towing a trailer in the left-hand lane. I observed the vehicle passing other vehicles. At the time, I then activated my front moving radar and observed readings of 98 miles. Multiple.
And
good.
So that was on your front moving radar. Let me just cycle you through some questions. Did it tone out as well?
Yes, sir.
Did that tone match the number you were seeing?
Yes, sir.
Had you tested that radar at beginning and end of your shift?
Yes, sir.
This is the same thing I go through every time. Every single time.
Your separately calibrated speedometer?
Yes, sir.
I have the right to travel.
Did you have any issues with it at the beginning or after the shift? Mr. Heidemann, I'm asking questions. You're being quiet now. That's how this works. Deputy, I'm sorry.
Yep.
Beginning and after your shift, were there any issues with the radar?
No, sir.
All right. And are you certified to operate that radar?
Yes, sir.
All right. So I will tell you this, Mr. Heidemann, just so you sort of understand how it got to careless. He could have wrote you a speeding citation for 28 over, which is as many points as you'd get for careless anyway. But then he did not write you separate citations for either improper lane use, following too closely. You were doing all this with a trailer and no insurance?
Yeah, I'm a professional driver. I have the right to travel. Speeding, and that is
you're lucky you didn't get a reckless driving, sir. This was enough factors here that you could have got a criminal case instead of just.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I apologize, but this is the same thing I go through every time I've ever dealt with a ticket. Is you got a list you got to read off, and the deputy gets to say his part, and I am guilty until proven innocent by my part. So this country isn't ran the way it used to be. I'll just take my ticket and we can go on from here. I don't want to waste your time.
then you do need to make arrangements to pay that fines and costs with the district court. But other than that, we are all set. You can go ahead and go.
This is a great example of why you don't eat paint chips and chug rubbing alcohol. You turn out like this dipshit. He finds nothing wrong with going 98, bobbing and weaving with a trailer. And the judge, can you put some more meat on that? And he described how he calibrated it, when it was calibrated, how it was on scene. And this sovereign citizen didn't like it. Now we're going to break down two things. One of them is going to be extremely familiar. One's going to be a new term from a sovereign citizen that I've never heard. So first we're going to go with, he's a professional driver. So let's break this down sovereign citizen style. I don't have a hat for that, unfortunately. So his thought process is, I'm a professional driver. Or a professional driver while traveling, yada yada. But that means he's in commerce, which means he's no longer traveling. That means he's actually driving. And again, that's sovereign citizen logic debunking him. So I don't even know why he's trying it here. Second, I talk about it all the time when it comes to the right to travel. It's going to be Sinise versus Roe. Again, probably butchering the pronunciation of that. The right, okay. Jumping ahead of myself because I've read it so many times. 3 components to the right to travel. You're going to be missing something at the end every time. The right to enter one state and leave another. Not go 98 bob and weave with a trailer trying to end people. 2, the right to be treated as a welcome visitor rather than a hostile stranger. Doesn't say go 98 with a trailer bob and weave and trying to end people. And third and finally, for those who want to become permanent residents, the right to be treated equally to native-born citizens. And even in that one, it doesn't say go 98 while towing a U-Haul trying to get to my next state. It's not what it says. So yes, you do have a right to travel, but not in the way that sovereign citizens claim so that they can get out of paying insurance and going 98 in a 70. That's the video. Go give Lone Wolf a like, subscribe again, tell him I said what's up. They got a ton of videos. Everybody have a good rest of your day. And again, don't be this guy. Peace.